Hello survivors, this is Small Archangel and 7 Days to Die, and it's a while since I've posted a video, but I thought I'd do a new one today. This is Alpha 10.4, and I think the last video I posted was actually 10.1 or even 10.0. I'm currently doing my usual thing of having to run to get home before dark. This save is now 42 days old, and as we all know, that means we are expecting another horde tonight. My maths isn't great. Let's see, it would be the 5th horde or the 4th. Not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure I've even seen this many hordes in a game before. I've not really got any further than the 3rd horde. I've either had saves that have bugged out and no hordes have shown up at all, or I've had saves where I've had to change and restart. That's just what we get for playing alphas, really. Mostly, you missed. Mostly, I don't actually mind restarting. In fact, the last time I had a game I had to restart when this patch came out, I didn't mind at all. In fact, I was glad to start all over again, because I'd had an unfortunate experience where quite a lot of zombies there, where I'd built a base I was sure was absolutely impregnable. No zombie was ever going to be able to get there. It was on a tabletop mesa in the middle of some water. The only way you could actually access it was by swimming, which zombies can't do. They still, as of this alpha, they still just sink straight to the bottom, which, yeah. It should have worked, but anyway, to cut a long story short, the new zombie spawning mechanic got me, and a heat map horde spawned right on top of my head and into my base, which was not fun, and I was so annoyed I didn't touch the game for quite a while. But here we are, Alpha 10.4. I had to come back, and this is my new base. No, this isn't my new base. My new base is here, but this is not it. This is quite a strange looking obelisk, which actually is my zombie killing tower. It's not for me to go up there. The idea is that the zombies go up it. It's a little zombie playground, if you like. I've noticed how they spam ladders. They like to fly up them, and then they fly off the top and crash down and hurt themselves. At least that's my fond hope. Whether they will or not, I don't know. Can't see it from here, but I've actually put a fully upgraded trunk tip spike on the top as well, so that they'll injure themselves when they get to the top. Don't know if it'll work, but I have placed it directly over the top of my house, my base, just so that any hordes that spawn, or feral ones, if they're right above my head, might, have something to entertain and kill themselves with in my absence. Anyway, it's, yeah, just coming up to after 9, and I don't like to hang around outside once the zombies start running. It's really not a great idea. I do have my garden outside. You can just about see it here. So my farm is still here. At the top, I've also got a drop box, because it takes quite a long time to go down there. I have decided, once again, having not built underground for quite a few alphas now, I've decided going underground again was a good idea. Whoa, that's dark. Thing is, with a big shaft like this, you want to make sure that you don't fall off the ladder, because that would be fatal. That is rather the idea. I decided this time, instead of just building a single shaft, which now enabled me plus a ladder to go all the way down to bedrock level, which is what I've done, I'd build a wide shaft in the hope that all the zombies would fall down it and die. Again, that's mixed success. Sadly, they don't just, all pour down there. They're actually sort of fairly cautious about big holes. Their AI isn't that bad. The doors tend to glitch out a little bit. The game kind of assumes that they're open when they're actually shut and things. So I'm going to have to get rid of some of this smelly stuff here. I like to collect as much food as possible in my game. I'm a bit of a hoarder, so that's probably explains part of the appeal here, really, but now I need to go back. I haven't finished, but and sort out my zombie defences. So I put some trunk tips in the bottom here after the first zombie horde that came down here, which was actually day 21. I've got an above ground base elsewhere that I was staying in while I was building this, which took, well, 2-3 weeks. So the third zombie horde came down here, and yes, some of them literally came down here and didn't die. I had a couple of cops pounding on my door, and there was nothing I could do other than open the door and let them explode in my face, which wasn't fun. So I developed a different strategy, which was basically get rid of that tuna. This. I've reset the door a little bit, as you can see, and I've got these blocks, which I love, these scrap iron frames. I use them a lot, and because you can place them and pick them up willy-nilly pretty much anywhere you like, I can use them to safely get across my trunk tips and block my doorway. And, well, I can't shoot through it with that, can I? I have to use a gun. But you know, if anything comes through here and starts pounding, I can just shoot it point blank in the face, which is great. In reality, it wouldn't be, but, you know, facing an undead monster. And there's my anti-zombie splatter door for when the cops decide to go boom. I can shut that door so I don't get a face full of acid, which is lovely. As you've seen through there, that's pretty much all the base that I have at the moment. Ooh, it's horde time. Time to get up to my observation balcony. Because this is the other thing that took me all the time to build. Oh, I can hear them. At least I hope I can. Sometimes hordes don't turn up. I don't think I'm going to be disappointed this time. Oh, here they are. Right on time. So it'd be great if they just Niagara'd off the top there and down my pit of death, but I really don't think they're going to do that. Generally, they're quite cautious even when running and even when feral, which they clearly are. I've got maximum spawn on, just because I like it that way. Generally speaking, I start a new game. Oh, doggies. Generally, when I start a new game, I turn spawn down, and then I gradually turn it up as time goes by. That strikes me as being kind of, I don't know, realistic as well, once they know where you are. Happens in game too, to be honest, but I like to up the ante a bit. Oh, there goes a dog. Oh, and there goes another one. Oh, and there goes another. Okay, we're going to have to check out downstairs, because I want to make sure that this is actually working properly. I was kind of worried that the dogs would just ninja glitch their way and wall of death all the way around and then just somehow manage it to survive, but looks like it just went straight down the shaft there, which is... Well, somebody's pounding on the door. Somebody didn't die. That's hardly fair. Oh, my mistake. Yes, they did. Good. That's excellent. I might just even bravely do that. Oh, my goodness. Quite a lot of them fell down there. It's a shame I can't actually... Oh, no. If I crouch, I can even loot them. That's brilliant. Just have to make sure something doesn't fall on my head when I'm doing this. Mostly these days I like to build above ground, because that means that I can't reach the others. Oh! Oh wow, that was quite scary. Maybe I won't bother. Okay. Yeah, mostly these days I like to build above ground, because that way you really get to see the action. But this is perhaps somewhere in between. That's why I built the observation deck, so I could see some of the action, but not all. Now that's no way an entire horde on max settings that's fallen down my shaft there. There's no way. They must... I can hear the wasps, which seem to be pretty much ubiquitous these days. So there must be loads of them still up here. Yeah, I can hear them. And the spiders, obviously. Yeah, I know you know. I mean, I know you're there as well. So it's just quite cool. I did think about building... Oh, there goes some more. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I think this works quite well, actually. There's lots of them going down. It's just the fat ones you have to watch, because they have a really high block tolerance. So, again, I'm just a little bit paranoid that some fat ones are going to survive down there. Oh, yep, there goes the cop. Boom. Yep, there he goes. Okay, so... might have a bit of repair work to do here come dawn, but, you know, I so seldom get to get to loot those cops. They just blow up before I get a chance. But that's why I line this whole place out with this reinforced concrete, because I think it is still the hardest block in the game, and it's a pain to make it. And I confess, I didn't make all these blocks. This is an alpha. If I'd have made all these in the game the way the game intends, I would have still been making them when Alpha 11 comes out and I have to start all over again. And the idea here in this save of mine is that I am experimenting with base building tactics. So in order to do that, I justify a little bit of shortcut for me. So don't have a repair kit on me. Never mind. I'll deal with that later. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I will keep these here. It's still only like 4 or 5 in the morning, so keep that door open. I'm relatively confident that they're not going to get me here. Building underground is still by far the safest way to build your base. I like to see the size of the horde too. When you're underground, you really don't get that much of a an idea. Nice. Good manners. Yeah, you don't get that much of a... But if you get the idea that you know, generally speaking, only about 10% of the zombies do something stupid like fall down a hole. If that's only 10% of what's up there is what's fallen down, then that's... Yeah, it's going to be a pretty big horde. But it's kind of more impressive when you get to see it, really. But I always want to build... Bye-bye. I always want... It's like a party. I always want to build my main HQ base underground. And that's what this is, basically. This is my HQ. And then, basically, my plan is to have other bases in surrounding biomes, perhaps a biome apart. There's another one I've got there. And I'll have outpost bases. I might put one, you know, there or here probably. And then up here and perhaps in this forest biome here. And that way I can gather all resources, get a change of scenery and travel to avoid too much of this, just in case you get tired of it, you know, because when the heat gets up in an area, it really does get up in an area and you get more and more and more hordes coming. Heat map hordes as well, and the heat map hordes contain cops and dogs, and I swear they contain wasps too, because just make sure there's none pounding away down here. Yeah, so you end up with the full works. The only difference that I can tell if you haven't got it on feral settings is that a horde, feral horde knows where you are, whereas a heat map horde doesn't automatically know where you are. There's a few dead ones, but it's a shame I can't reach that nurse. Having said that, I don't really need to worry about looting nurses these days, because I've discovered in a neighbouring biome a couple of, I guess you'd call them drugstores. In the UK we don't have anything like that, but they're like medical supermarkets. It's brilliant, but there's 2 of them next door to each other, so I am not short of meds. So there we go, 7 in the morning. The horde should have dispersed, I think, but I'm not absolutely certain. They have not all fallen down here by a long chalk. I do not know how many of them are up here. This base is far from finished. I only have 1 outpost. I say I'm day 43. What's that? Week 5? Yeah, there's some still up here. Always the dodgiest part is coming out. Yep. When there's zombies around. Oh, hello. Yes, they're still there. Do you know what? With cops, I'm not wanting sugar. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I might just stay here and see how many fall down. I don't fancy taking that lot on. Not when there's cops there as well. In that way, certain death lies. I might just wait till they go away. I've got a load of loot to stash anyway, so there we go. But all in all, pretty pleased on how that's worked out. No zombies got even near to breaching my base, and if the hordes are going to get any bigger than they have already, obviously I've got the day 49 horde, which is meant to be the biggest, plus any heat map hordes or anything that come along, which I haven't seen many of recently because I've been moving about a little bit between this base and the other. I love that. And yeah, it does reduce the heat. Does mean you get less heat map hordes, and when you're not doing any mining, you don't get the sound generator ones either. So yeah, I've been missing the hordes a bit. So this was fun. So yeah, I might do another. Maybe I should move these till those guys have finished. I'll do another video when this base is finished, and because my eventual plan is to have it thoroughly tricked out. Like, this is just my warehouse here, and through here I'll have a forge room. I have a forge room, but at the moment that's as far as it goes. Forge room, campfire, it's all in here, and that's pretty much all I've got at the moment. I'll have a proper underground lair, James Bond villain style. That is my plan. Plus, as I say, outposts all the way around the outside, and I suppose the ultimate goal is to trek to the hub, but I am a long way away. And apart from cheating, which I don't like to do, the only real way of going all the way to 0-0 is to travel, and that would mean either going nomadic, which has never worked overly well for me, or building a lot of bases, and it would take a lot of time. I have to find a minimal base that I can spend a single night in, just to, I don't know, and pick up maybe a bunch of these that I can pick up, but there's a limited amount that you can carry when you travel, so that's one for the future anyway. So for now, I'm gonna finish this base, build some more outposts, and hey ho, get myself tricked out with some better armor, because at the moment I just got leather stuff. Cool dude. At the moment I don't think the buff and the goggles do a single thing for you. I think they will do in the future. At the moment, just this rather strange, slightly stormtrooper kind of get up I've got here. I'll get myself some metal armor when I learn the recipes, and get my wellness up, and then go raid the nearer city, perhaps, is the next thing on the agenda. With maximum zombies, could be fun. Anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm gonna see if I can survive outside my own base, otherwise this has been a little bit of an epic fail, and I'll catch you later. Check out my next video. Bye bye.